So welcome back to the Barbican Kitchen, but it's not the Barbican Kitchen as you knew before. This is our new, beautiful look. We've just finished a massive refit here in Plymouth, all very excited to kick off for 2016. And another great way to kick off 2016, after indulging over the festive months, is a recipe that's healthy. So today I'm going to show you how to cook a wonderful udon noodle dish with teriyaki salmon. I thought I'd come up with a simple recipe that you can recreate at home that's healthy, full of flavour, got a little bit of a kick, sweet and sour to it as well. Yes, it's my udon noodles, a teriyaki based salmon dish. It's very, very simple to do and the ingredients are right down here. We have some beautiful udon noodles. You can buy these in vacuum packed bags from your local supermarket or even your Chinese supermarket as well. A touch of mirin, Japanese rice wine, some water, some ketchup manis, which is Indonesian sweet soy sauce. Of course you could use regular soy sauce as well, but I quite like the sweetness with it. Let's sour things up with a little bit of lime, some coriander, some garlic and some little baby carrots, of course a piece of salmon, some spring onions and some good old pak choy, which is basically Chinese cabbage. If you can't get that, of course you could use regular winter greens or winter cabbage even. Okay, well, time for me to start doing a little bit of chopping, and it's really, really simple. We're going to grab the garlic cloves, nice sharp knife, just rock the knife to create some nice, fine, even pieces, slivers of garlic, off to one side. The good old spring onion, a good staple in the Asian diet. Nice, fresh, it retains crunch as well. I'm just going to cut some of this at the angle. Yes, it's a nice garnish, but also the end bits, which are darker, a little bit more sour, and I think that works really well in this dish as well. We're going to get some carrots. Just take the ends off. These are baby young carrots, and they're nice and got sweetness to them, but I want to retain the crunch. Notice I'm taking my time, cutting them in an even size so they cook evenly. One more little piece there. I'm going to discard the end off to one side. We get our lime ready to go. One part for garnish, one part for that all-important juice. The cabbage or pak choy, notice here, I'm just going to remove that thick root. You don't want the thick root part in there as well. So off to one side. So let's get rid of the rubbishy bits. And now it's time to go over to the stove. We've got some beautiful salmon fillet. Now this time of year you could use place fillet, lemon sole fillet is really good as well. Salmon's a kind of all-round staple. Yes, the scales have been removed from the fish and all of the bones, so it's completely boneless. Also with this recipe, I wanted it to be healthy. It is January after all, and this one's really great on flavour as well. So no salt, no seasoning. Our flavour's going to be coming from the soy sauce and the ketchup manis. So, touch of oil onto the fish and a little bit into a medium heat pan. I'm just going to get the fish now and lay it away from myself so none of that hot oil spits at me, okay? So a little tip for you at home. And then we're just going to leave it to do its thing. I'm just going to shake the pan ever so slightly to make sure that the salmon's not sticking, and then I'm going to leave it. This takes literally a couple of minutes to cook through. Now the rest of the dish is seriously quick. What we do, into the pan with a touch more oil, just a touch. That's about just over a teaspoon. In with those hard carrot pieces, they're the hardest bits. You can tweak this with different pepper and etc. if you wanted to, but I think with the garlic in there and the spring onion and the pak choy and everything else, it's an instant kind of broth, and you'll see in a moment. We need to cook out the rawness of the garlic. So now I just shake it around in the pan and make sure that the hot oil's coated everything and taking away that harsh raw taste. Again, give it all a good mix. And now we add our different wet ingredients. First up, soy sauce or ketchup manis, Indonesian sweet soy as I said before. A touch of mirin. This is optional, you don't have to put this in. But I think it adds a wonderful flavour. Automatically you can see everything start to bubble up. Let's thin things down a bit, just with a splash, and only a splash of water. Now at this stage, I've got that all-important pak choi piece. I'm going to just crank this in half with a sharp knife. And it's important with this kind of cookery not to overcook things, so I want to retain the bite, and the bite's going to be in the thick piece. I'm going to lay that into the pan. So simple. No salt, remember, or anything like that. An option is a touch of sugar, just a pinch. And when I'm in a pinch, I'm in a small part. It just gives you that little bit of tartness. Now, spring onions, let's put half in now, and we'll leave the rest of the other half for that all-important crunch. We're just coating everything together. When I say coat, let the carrots cook through, and the pak choi, I want it quite raw really, so you retain bite. It's all about textures, this one. Now, that fish that I've left, I'm going to pick up the pan now. Using a fish slice, let's turn it over. It's already halfway cooked through, and the residual heat in the pan will actually finish cooking it. We want the fish so it's only just cooked. Very important. You don't want it so it all falls apart. That will be the worst thing. Now, check your stock. It will start to thicken as it reduces, so we just add a splash of water to it, okay? And now it's time to heat up them noodles. You can use egg noodles if you want, rice noodles. These big ones, they look like big worms really, are udon noodles. In they go there. And we're going to put the heat back into it, okay, just to warm it through. So it's kind of like almost an all-in-one broth. Really great on flavour. You can use this recipe with fish as well, or pork fillet. I think works really well with it. Experiment with different seafoods. Prawns is a great quick one as well. Anything as well, I think, with this all year round that keeps the fat levels low, the salt levels low, but really gives me a kick and punch on flavour as well. Chilli could go in here now if you wanted to, some chilli flake. It could be optional if you really want to spice things up. But I think it's a good start with natural flavour. With what we've got with the soy, this is a great way to kick off. Now, it's almost all coming together. And I wouldn't put this in at the beginning, I put it in towards the end. And when I say this is lime. This is going to give us that sour note. If I put it in at the beginning, it would have gone bitter. That's why I'm leaving it now towards the end, because I know that salmon's almost cooked through. So in that goes there. A good, healthy squeeze of the lime. You can always add more on the side if you want to give yourself that even more important broth angle. And now, quick tidy up, and we're going to start to plate this dish up. So it's about that time to plate up really. Just a couple of minutes in, it's so quick. We grab the noodles and broth, pour them into the bottom of the pan, bit of the pak choi, and then we're going to make sure that we add that wonderful flavoursome broth that we've created. In that goes there. I'm just going to reserve a pak choi piece back for my garnish at the end. Let's keep things nice and neat. Okay, the all-important salmon I know is only just cooked through. So I recommend literally only 2 minutes on each side. So there's one. And let's do another one there, like so. Now we'll need to garnish this up. So let's lay over a piece of that nice crisp crunchy pak choi and any other pieces of carrot or garlic clove that were left in the pan. And then to finish things up, that all-important crunch, the remainder of some freshly cut spring onions, some young coriander. You could use large leaf by all means, but this is just young stuff and it's sweet. It's got sweetness to it, and it's also quite perfumed. Another option I love, a few sesame seeds. These have just been lightly toasted and add that all-important little crunch. And then why not, as we're using sesame seeds, I'm using some sesame oil. We don't cook with this, we flavour with it. So you put a literally, not even a teaspoon on, just at the end. So there we have it, a simple dish of my udon noodles with a wonderful soy-based broth. You tweak it as you want with prawns, chicken or pork. I think this is a great start for a wonderful, happy, healthy new year. So happy cooking from all of us at Barbican Kitchen, and have a great 2016.